I am who I am.
I am who I am?
Mm-hmm.
You're Popeye?
Come on.
It's recording.
Okay.
Okay, so today for my blog, I haven't done a video blog in a little while. My last guest was Isra, and I want to introduce to my blog, I suppose, my mom, Mary Jane Hammond. Want to say hello?
Hi.
The camera's right there.
Hi.
You have to speak up a little bit too.
Hi, everybody.
Normally my mom's voice carries very loudly, so when we're out in public and we're talking, everybody can hear our conversation. But I also got the hand motions from my mom. So there's going to be, I just want to go over some basic things. First off.
Yes.
No, you're fine. We're in there. We can either look at each other or we can look at the camera.
What would you suggest?
I think I like being natural.
That's exactly what I like.
Well, then we'll fit in just fine.
Okay.
By the way, this is a newer shirt. I bought this kind of recently. It's really soft. I like it.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm glad that you're glad. So, anyway, we have a couple brief things. I drove back to Travis, as I posted in the prior blog. Been in West Hartford. My mom lives in West Hartford, Connecticut, for the past 3 days. Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's been fun. We've been doing a fair amount of errands, eating. My mom's a great cook, so although she made it, last meal. She made a, what was it?
It wasn't an F.
It was a shrimp.
Yeah, but it wasn't an F.
What was the name of it?
It was shrimp with ginger and garlic.
Yeah, it was all this stuff.
But it wasn't an F.
It wasn't one of your better.
No, I agree. But not
gonna get it done.
It happens.
Anyway, so I'm here the rest of the day, and then tomorrow morning I've been in a really early schedule, partly because my mom gets up very early, and partly because I'm still on West Coast time. Obviously, I'm on the East Coast now. Dad, I've been getting up very early. I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow. My uncle has a beach house, and my sisters are going to be there. Actually, both sisters, Amanda from California and Martina from New York. So I'm going to meet them there, and my mom will not be attending. You have more important things to do.
I'm going to the Hamptons.
So she's going to a different beach.
Yes.
And
to visit my friends.
Yeah, so I'm going to the Connecticut shore, and she's going to Long Island, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Although not really Long Island. So anyway, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
so anyway, I just want to get the ground rules. So that's what's happening. I'm going to go to Amherst after, or I'm going to visit Martina for a day, then go to Amherst, visit Dave. Then I finally go back to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a brief summary of what's. In fact, we're going to actually play tennis later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, it'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I'm going to ask a couple questions because my mom just got back from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to tell the viewers a little bit where you were?
I was in Spain, southern Spain, Alicante, for a little short of a month.
We might break out into some foreign languages.
A little short of a month, and then I went off to Italy for about a week.
What place did you prefer? I guess what individual city and which country?
Well, that's kind of hard to make a judgment like that.
That's what she said.
Online and it's not something I would want to.
All right. Well,
I mean, it's my individual experience. Obviously, when I was with my boyfriend, I had the best time, so that would be in Italy.
Okay. There's your answer. Italy is better than Spain.
No, but that wasn't a function of the place.
Well,
it was a function of the company.
It was a part of it.
Mm-hmm. But there were aspects of Spain.
Which place had the better food?
Well, in point of fact, while Italian food is probably the best cuisine in the world, my best meals were in Spain. Interesting.
I want to expand on this one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the different types of food,
mm-hmm.
Spanish food, different Spanish restaurants, I don't like Spanish. I don't like tapas. I just...
Okay, well, first of all, tapas is not generic. It doesn't refer to a particular type of food.
I thought it was specific to Spain.
It's really just tastes. It's tastes of food.
Those little plates.
Yeah, that's right. So, but that could be, you could have little potatoes or eggs or ham or, vegetables.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the cuisine. It's
I
really
know.
the way it's served, and it's little tastes of things, which I think is a really healthy way to live. I had wonderful food in Spain. I thought because I thought the food in Spain was particularly delicious.
By the way, we both have restless leg syndrome, so my mom's leg is going nuts, as is mine. We don't actually have restless leg syndrome, but we just
fidget. I think Robert has a lot of my.
Obviously.
A lot of my social qualities, a lot of my social characteristics, the way I interact with people.
See, you're speaking to the camera. That's not natural. I'm looking at you.
I'm doing both.
It's okay.
You know, I'm doing both. I'm looking at the camera.
I have a little more
and then
experience
I'm
in
looking
this, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're kind of.
I'm the video blog pro, I guess. By the way, you need to do a shout out to my #1 fan, Snowbank. You have to say hello, Bill.
Who's Bill?
A friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do. I'm not
He'll
gonna,
love us. Just say hi, Bill.
Look, I don't perform on
Fine,
command.
all right,
I don't perform on command. I'm not
He'll get a
gonna
kick
do
out of that.
I don't do that.
You know what? I don't either, but I was about to.
Exactly. Okay.
So anyway, we'll kind of do. So anyway, let's wrap up the European. Any other thoughts for Europe?
I would say, as a former Francophile, or certainly someone who was historically, I had sort of a love affair thing going on.
My
with
mom,
Europe.
has some background, lived in France for a year.
I spent time in Italy,
Yep.
and I've done this. I've spent time in Mexico. I've spent time in a lot of places, and for
Yep.
some period of time, I would say the love affair is over.
So there you have it. I mean, I have a bunch of a lot of Europeans are members of Lego.
It doesn't mean that I wouldn't go back to Europe, but I
Of course.
definitely would not do a study abroad for a month alone at this stage in Europe, in this economy, and in this geopolitical situation. It really is not the place to be. It's why pay more.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun paying 1.5 times for everything.
I understand.
And
Speaking of which, actually, very briefly,
mhm.
what's his name was mistaken. It's not double in terms of the price. That they would have. I did in my
I didn't
head.
say double.
No, he did though. He didn't know what he was talking about.
Who?
In Johnny's office.
Oh, well, of course
Yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
know.
But
I mean, why would you think he
No,
would
no, no.
know?
Well, he just said that.
I know
it was,
what
it was
I'm
in
talking
I know,
about.
I know.
I know,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I was
so.
just there, and I know. I
know,
looked at the dollar,
got it.
but you know, but I didn't. You shouldn't take him literally. And it's the money, but it's also one of the things that actually is an important thing that I'd like to say on this blog.
The right way how to peel a banana, by the way.
Okay, I think Americans need to be proud of being American, and we suffer from a tremendous, no thank you, sort of inferiority complex and sort of an apologetic point of view.
I must note,
Hold on, let me finish what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
one for a political blog, so...
No, but this is more social,
Oh.
okay? And I think that Americans need, and particularly young Americans, I actually got into some arguments with younger Americans, because they're stupid, the way they talk, the ones that I met, in terms of how they apologize for America and apologize for our politics. And Europeans really, really jump on that. We have nothing to be ashamed of in the world, and I think it's very important not only to not have shame, but be very proud of our country, even though we're not doing as well.
I'm going to have to cut this out.
Okay, all right.
It's too long of a rant.
Okay, that's okay. This is your blog.
All right, anything else you want to talk about? That's about it.
No, I'd like to talk about a lot of things.
Okay, well we've got another minute that we can talk. It has to be cut off at 10 minutes. That's why.
Okay, so carry on and ask me another question.
I didn't have any prepared. I was just going to
You
wing
just
it.
knew that I was going to talk.
But I knew that you were going to kind of rant a little
So
bit.
I'd like to know, actually, I'd like comments from the public. You think he's like me?
This is going to be cut out.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.